Okay, so a follow-up question on that. What at your
Mhm.
farm, at the farm right now, what sort of services and products do you produce, and who is your clientele? In the sense
Okay,
that
so
do you
at
sell
the
to
moment
public
we
people? Yeah.
are, yes, at the moment we are on 500 hectares as well. So it's a 500-hectare farm. So we've got the initial 100 hectares that I rented from somebody else. Sorry, I didn't rent. I had a joint venture.
Mhm.
Pardon my mistake for that word. I hope I don't get penalized for it, but it's not allowed to use that word. So I'd initial 100 hectares that I'd had a joint venture with somewhere else. It's just on the next plot. And then now I'm on a 500-hectare farm, and we do sorghum. The two big crops that we do, the main crops we do sorghum for beer. So it's not the white sorghum for eating, but it's actually the red short sorghum that birds don't even touch.
Yeah.
But it's very good for beer. We do sunflower, a lot of sunflower. We do nearly 200 hectares of sunflower. But we crop rotate our sorghum. So this season we've done sunflower. We haven't done sorghum. So we crop rotate those two. And then on our sunflower, we add value to it. So we don't actually sell it to anyone. We crush the sunflower ourselves. We don't bottle it, because for us, we're just thinking, I don't like using plastic. I want to try and protect the environment as much as possible. And we already have a problem in the whole of Zimbabwe with rubbish being, loads of plastics being tipped, just in different, people do fly tip here a lot. And I'm thinking, if I can reduce it somehow, and you bring your own bottle, we put your oil in your bottle and you take it away, that'll be better. Or you bring your own barrels, we put your oil in your barrels, and then you take them away. So whatever you do with it, at least we're using something that can be renewed. We want to be able to use, especially bottles and barrels, because you can renew those and reuse them. Um, and then, so that's on sunflower. And then the cake that's left. So once we've crushed the sunflower, we then have cake, and that cake is what we use to feed our livestock. So we've got sheep, goats, a few pigs, um, and cattle, and they love it. And other, um, some form of birds. So whether it's guinea fowl or chickens, they all love, and turkeys. They love that sort of that sunflower cake. So that's what we do. And then in between, so those are our two main cash crops, where we wait until November to plant. But in between, throughout the year, we grow potatoes and we grow onion and a bit of sugar beans as well. Um, we do sugar beans, one, because it's a product that's in demand in Zimbabwe, and it's a product that's quite stable in terms of pricing. So you go to the market, sugar beans is always a certain amount. It doesn't fluctuate. Like maize would be, one time you go to the market, it's $200 a ton, and then you go back, it's $400 a ton. It fluctuates, but sugar beans, it's quite stable. So we don't really grow a lot of maize. The maize that we grow for our own workers and for ourselves to eat. And then some will sell as green maize. So green meal is for people that roast mealies along the road. But that's about it.
Okay.
But having said
Yeah, go
all
ahead.
this, mhm, all this, yeah. I was going to say on the sugar beans, we don't also sell our sugar beans to anyone. So we have a market. We have one person that we sell our potato to. He's the same person that takes any oil that we have. He's the same person that takes any sugar beans that we have. This one person that buys all our potatoes. And he buys all our potatoes when it's still in the field, when it's just germinated. He'll be like, okay, I'm buying this field, all of it. So by the time
Interesting.
harvest time comes, we already know that we've got a market.